What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up? It's your boy Kev and your boy Chris.
Yep.
We got a young boy Elijah here. We are going to go over Lilo and Stitch, the live action movie. We saw that yesterday, or we saw it. As being parents, I'm pretty sure it was, I saw it when I was a kid.
Yep.
You saw it.
Definitely.
And then being able to show our kids not only the cartoon version of it, but to see the live action movie of it. And Chris, I don't know, I want to keep it, but I might edit it. But earlier you just said not too long ago, y'all, you got them a whole bunch of snacks. They ate it all before the trailers were over, and then
they were asleep 10 minutes in.
10 minutes in.
10 minutes in.
If anybody has had the experience with their children, leave that in the comment section down below. My children, fortunately, did not fall asleep.
Thank God.
Yeah, because them tickets, man, from them seats,
Yo,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all can't be falling. I keep trying to tell, look, I pay for these tickets. You're not allowed to sleep. You got to eat it all.
yes.
Depending on where we at, you
Yes.
can't not be falling asleep. But
bucket of popcorn.
bucket.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I went there. They gave us the I don't know why, but they gave us the Thunderbolts bucket.
The collectors. The collectors. One. Yeah.
And I'm like, wrong movie, and bad timing. This song was like 2 weeks ago, and I just now getting it. But I got that joint. I'm gonna use it for a cooler. Bring it over. Next time I have it here. Yep. With our drinks inside the cooler with some ice in that joint, you know what I mean? But yeah, okay. So let's start off with how did you like the movie?
I liked it, but I wasn't feeling the well, we're kind of jumping ahead, but the ending. I wasn't feeling the ending, the way it went off. I wasn't really feeling that. But overall, the movie was good. The way they made Stitch look was good. I loved that.
My girls can attest to this. The first opening scene when they showed the alien, the female alien. I'm not good with names. When they showed her, I was like, it's like that's real good. That's real.
It was
good.
accurate. It was completely accurate,
and it made it. They made her look like that's a real live alien. Mm-hmm. Like I can believe, like if I was to walk outside and see an alien like that, I'm like, oh no, that's real.
Yep.
That fish, I'm gonna say she was a fish. She looked like one of the pink one.
Yes.
Trigger finger.
Yes.
She's trigger happy. She's like, I got that joint on standby, I'm ready to blow it up. No. I was like, hey, yo.
I want to blow up planet Earth.
She was ready for it. That joint, that's crazy.
But they made what's it called accurate too. The doctor.
Yes.
They accurate compared to the cartoon. It was so accurate. Everything about him was on point. And what is his name? He is hilarious.
The one-eyed ball.
Yes.
Yo.
Dude, they hit the comedy, they hit everything. And not just the comedy due to the movie, the comedy to the series too.
Oh,
the cartoon series.
Yeah.
They hit his comedy perfect, yo. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
I liked all that.
I was like, yo, this is amazing. The CGI work, and they didn't miss a beat as far as continuing, like, or not continuing, but like if this was the first episode show or movie, it was, I believe it was beat for beat. There was I think her name was Lila or Lie, however you pronounce that, but she was very popular back in the late 90s, early 2000s. The social worker. That actress.
Okay, yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I've seen her in a lot of stuff, and Hawaiian don't crack, man. As long as they don't do crack. But I'm just saying, but what she looked amazing. The cast was amazing. I can't. Okay.
Bubbles.
Now this is why I'm confused.
I had a problem with that.
The actor that played Bubbles, the voice actor, he's the character that's in the Mission Impossible. Impossible, the movie with Tom Cruise, Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he's that guy. If I'm not mistaken, what's the name? The actor, the black guy, the little husky black guy. He did the voice acting for that. So why didn't they use him for the movie? That's the only thing.
Small, scrawny, older guy to play Mr. Bubbles, and I was just like, "You're Bubbles?
Yeah,
you?"
I was like,
okay.
Nah.
All right.
I was lost and confused because I was like, no, he was just in the Mission Impossible movie not too long ago. He's still acting.
But he could have probably charged too much.
Probably,
but it's Disney. So
they could afford it.
They knew they were going to recoup the money back. So
if anything, I'm pretty sure it had to do with
shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he is doing the Mission Impossible and trying to.
The shooting could have been at the same time.
Yeah,
possibly. So
it makes sense. I mean, that's the only thing I kind of disliked about it. I don't think they really changed. I mean, and then again, you're going from animation to live action. Some of the things are not going to be the same.
They did fill in some parts that needed more
explaining.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah, that just
just let me mind. Look,
but they did touch on like the whole the social worker. Oh, we might take Lilo away, and I understand you pick up the slack due to the parents dying. They never said the parents actually died in the animated. They never said that. Mm-hmm. So they kind of filled in the blanks. You just knew it was just her and her sister.
Right.
They kind of beat around the bush. Well, like you knew, but they were just beating around the bush.
Right.
But we're going to fill in the gaps. Right. We're going to let it be known, and they did an excellent job at it. Because like as a kid, you're like, oh wait, where is the parents? Right. They're just saying the parents aren't here.
Yeah.
Where are they? But they did that. They did a good job on filling in a lot of the blanks. There were questions and things that people had, but I liked it overall. I would have probably gave the movie. I'm being judgmental because Bubbles things. So I'm gonna say an 8. I'm gonna say an 8. If they did it correctly, I would have said an 8.5, maybe a 9, only because it's Stitch.
Yeah.
It's Lilo and Stitch. They did a good job. It fit everything perfectly, except for the bubble situation.
Yeah,
and
man. I don't. And that's why I was thinking it had to be shooting problem, shooting issues. Because I was thrown off. I was like, okay, I didn't really remember the social worker in the movie. Because at that point, I'm only caring about the main characters, and I was like, okay, well, they got her. And then Bubbles showed up. I'm thinking it's going to be the actor that did the voice, and it wasn't him. I was like, So if I was to give this a rating, I'll give it about an 8, maybe 7, 9.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't bad. Beat for beat, I don't think they missed anything other than it makes sense. The dryer situation. Where Lilo originally, if you got the DVD, she originally ran into the dryer, but then this is like, we don't want no kids to think that that's something they should do. Mm-hmm. Safety issues. So they had to go into a box, and then in this movie, she just ran. I think tried to lock the door or something.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, but other than that, it was beat for beat. I actually liked the movie. The 6-year-old, man.
Yo.
Good actress right there. I'm telling you, like I believe she's going somewhere in her career. Hopefully, she just stays on the up and narrow path. Cause man, like at the end when she was crying over Stitch, and that snot
came.
I was like, that's real.
She hit it.
That's not fake.
But she played that role, that ending, that part right there. She hit that part perfect. She had the tears, the long snot piece coming out and swung back. Like she hit everything on point. They did such a good job. Like with that whole scene, it was perfect. She did it beat for beat perfectly. I'm hoping they make a second one, but if they do, I want the second one and they're probably going to do it based off the series, how the other aliens started coming in the series, and they were catching them one by one by one.
Right.
I could see them doing it kind of like how they're doing Sonic. Oh, they introduced Knuckles, they introduced Shadow, they introduced Tails, they introduced Metal Sonic. Now they're introducing, whoever, and they continue. I can see them doing that with Lilo and Stitch only because that series did so freaking good. I remember like binge watching it in order, and when it come out, I watched an episode. A lot of people did that.
Right.
And the amount of aliens that they had coming in. Oh yeah, this alien has this capability, and then this one had this one. That they can make a killing.
Yeah.
Just dropping those like that.
My thing is, normally when they go from animation to live action does very well. They try to do the second one because why not? Right? We made a whole bunch of money off this first one. It didn't flop. It's doing good. Let's do another one, and it just doesn't carry over to the second movie. Like there's so much going on that obviously they're going to do it, but I hope that they have a plan,
Yeah,
and the same editors. Don't change the characters that much. Obviously it takes time to film these things. People are getting older. Unfortunate passings and whatever.
Yeah.
So I wish that doesn't happen to them. I pray that it don't. But I mean, sometimes when you go for the second movie, trying to do from what you did for the animation, it sometimes doesn't carry over, and it don't get that same amount that they're looking for. The money, I mean, it doesn't hit.
Yeah. What they have in mind for what they need to break even or make a profit.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hit it, then it's like, oh, it's a failure.
Right. And
you run into that problem
all the time. But I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
But other than that, the cast was amazing. I'm not good with names, but her sister, they did a real good cast on her. I at first when the movie first came on, this is Latino actress that I've seen in other movies, and I was like, y'all can't be doing that. Like they, but I was wrong, and that she is, I believe, a real Hawaiian person. So the cast was amazing. The neighbor, I've seen her growing up my whole entire life in every movie I can think of.
Yeah.
So
as I said to myself, I was like, oh, I know her from this movie, but then it spiraled. I was like, and then this movie, and
this movie. The last thing I remember her on was Hawaii 5-0. They did a remake of Hawaii 5-0 on TV.
That's the first one I thought of. That's the first one I thought of.
I was like, she's still acting. That's
but
good.
She's good at it, bro. She's so good. Yeah. No, the overall that movie was good. Yeah. I definitely enjoyed it. I know Bella's gonna end up going to see it again because she fell asleep with my with her granddad.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's good though. Like, definitely gotta see it again. If these are like, again, I base my movies on how many times I would go to the movie theaters and see it again. This is one of those movies where I'm like, I'll spend that 17 some odd dollars to go. I don't know. You know how expensive movie tickets are. It might not be 17, but you know what I'm saying? Movie tickets ain't cheap. Oh, where am I going? I don't know. I use Fando or Fango or something like that. I use the app, purchase my tickets.
No, you need to be using our job.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah, you are.
We're gonna have to talk about that off air.
$7, bro. $7.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to talk about that off air because I've been using that, John. Matter of fact, I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, but okay. Well, again, like I said,
no, but still, just the amount of money you pay, that's what makes it worth it. Because it's not a secret nowadays. People don't really want to go to the movies for two reasons. One, people got comfortable with just, okay, I can order it off. For one, you can order right off Fandango and just watch it right at home anyway.
Right.
You can just do that. People got comfortable with just ordering movies from home, getting the surround sound, getting a nice big TV with a good quality picture, and then getting the whole setup with the lights behind the TV and everything like that. Man, why pay the money if I can just order it at home, watch it at home, and enjoy it from the comfort of my home? Pause, get up, do what I need to do, come back, watch it. Yep. It's just not worth it. And then the pricing, we already talked about that. The pricing of everything there, it makes it
financially.
Yes.
Not a smart move to do.
Not a smart move to do, especially if you're not going to stay awake. You're going to be pissed. You're really gonna be pissed because now, damn, I spent all this money and I fell asleep.
Right.
It's just like I could have just did this at home.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes into play. But at the same as that time, it's like certain movies you just can't watch at home.
You gotta go to the theaters.
It's certain. I didn't say all. Let's make that clear. Certain movies you could just be like, I can pirate it. I don't suggest it, but I could just pirate that and just watch it from home. Like Snow White, I'm not going to theaters to see it. And then you find out it didn't do well.
It didn't do well at all. So
it's like
I saved my money.
I saved a lot of money. Saved a lot of money. Watch it from home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my daughter had asked me yesterday when we went, was there anything that I liked about the movie? And despite it being good and the acting was good, I didn't. Me personally, I didn't. There was not one thing in there I was like, I really liked this over everything else.
No.
It was. To me, it was like
just a solid movie.
Yeah. The actor that played the doctor, he has I can't pronounce his last name, but he's in what's the name of that movie? Where they go on a bachelor party and they get drunk, and the first movie was they were out in
Hangover. Yes.
The guy that nobody liked. The soon-to-be brother-in-law, the chubby.
The one who drugged everybody.
Right.
Wait, he's the voice?
He was the doctor. He was the big doctor. It didn't look like him, and because he wasn't being as that kind of. He wasn't
being that type person. That is crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Okay.
And I don't know if he's done any serious roles in between the last movie or thing I've seen him in, but yeah, I believe he has range because all I've ever known him as is being the funny, dumb-witted guy that annoyed everybody that he was around. But he was hilariously stupid, and to see him not be that type of funny, but to still have the comedic roles that the doctor had in the movie and the animation.
But he killed it though, because I didn't even know it was him. I was just like, yo, whoever. In my mind, I said, whoever's playing this role is nailing it compared to the animated and the animated series. They are killing it. Yeah, the voice was accurate. The way he would talk, like in the situations, was hit on point. I was loving it.
Yeah, and they good casting, picking. The neighbor, David. Dude, shout out to my man, David. I don't remember if the cartoon got with her, but the live action Dave got with her, and like it's a series. It looks.
Well,
like
they did in the series. In the series, they ended up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So they.
But the beautiful shot they got when Lilo went into the ocean to drop the sandwich with the fish and all that, I was like, dude, this is good. Yeah. The shot that they got with her dropping the sandwich, fish eating the sandwich, and the fish swimming around. I was like, yeah, this is good. Then her whole thing, like they had the comedy in there. No, be free, go, Lilo, stop letting the chickens out.
So this is a recurring thing. Yes. She sneaks in.
I'm telling your sister, like, they need to be free.
They need to be free. She sneaks in with the two girls to get in the hot tub. And the dude was like, "Are you supposed to be here?"
Oh, we here for a convention.
Yeah. How would you even know that you're here for what convention? I want to know.
His face said it. It's like convention. Then the voice later on. Lilo, we see you here. You're not supposed to be here.
just the good vibes. The Stitch getting along with the cake. The opening when he first touched ground here.
Hilarious.
Going after the cake.
Hilarious.
The winning gets destroyed, and he's just I'm trying to get this cake. And he gets the cake.
And they get the picture. They get the picture taking the cake when he had the cake. Yo.
This movie was great.
It was good.
I'm telling you, this movie, it was good. I can't wait. Hopefully they do a second movie like you said.
Just fingers crossed they do it right. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing I think of because if they don't do it right, it's like you had me.
You had me hooked, and I was looking forward to a second one, and then you give me this mess. Honestly, that's how I felt about the Halloween series. I don't know if you watched the the last trilogy they did for the Halloween series.
No.
But yeah, that's how I felt. First one was like, oh yes, you got me hooked again. You got me back. The second one, you got me hooked again. But it's not as good as the first one. But it's still good. Then the third one, what the hell was this? Like, what is this? He's not even in the movie. Like, he's
How
only
you have a movie about Lilo and Stitch and he's not in the movie?
No, listen, that's what they did to the Halloween series. The third movie, Michael was in the beginning. He was not in the whole middle, and then he popped up in the end.
You talking about the movie Halloween? I don't think you talking about
the movie Halloween.
Okay,
the way they did that last trilogy, I was very disappointed. And me, I'm a diehard Halloween fan. Like I don't care what day I'm bored. I'm putting on the original, and I'm watching the second one, and then I'm skipping that third one because they f that up, and then I'm jumping to the fourth one, and I'm watching them. Like, I'm a Halloween fan. Like, at heart, I'm a fan. The whole thing of he doesn't have a purpose until they mess that up, but he doesn't have a purpose. He's just doing what he's doing because he wants to do it. I don't get that, but I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna learn. I'm never gonna be this stupid. Like,
never again.
But yeah, I mean, I just want them to be successful, like Sonic, like Mission Impossible. You know, Mission Impossible is something different, but that's what I mean. The success. Mission Impossible, the first movie made a ton of money. Second, ton. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. It didn't matter. It still made its money. Sonic still made its money. Mario, they're going to make their money.
Yeah, I can't wait
you
for
know
that
they're going to make their money. Like, you see what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's been so long since the first one came out. You know they're going to make that money. The Lilo and Stitch has that capability. You cannot tell me you've been in any store and you not have seen no Lilo and Stitch merchandise.
Oh, to this day, before the movie even came out, before there was even the first trailer or the announcement of doing something like this live action, you were in Target, Walmart, you see something with Lilo and Stitch on there.
She didn't even see the original.
Oh yeah.
Yet. Like I mean, at the time we were in the store the first time, and she's like, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, that's Lilo and Stitch." Just the look of the animated, the way it looked, she's like, "What is that?" Like, it had her. It got her attention. She was like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, that's Lilo and Stitch. You never seen Lilo and Stitch?" No. I explained to her what it was. She's like, "Daddy, I want to buy it." I was like, "You didn't even see it." She's like, "Yeah, but you just explained to me. I want to buy it." And she wanted it just like that. And then she saw it, and then she was like, "Yeah, I got that." I was like, "Oh, so yeah, all right." So now we were just in the store yesterday shopping, and she saw a it's like a cover. It's like a shirt cover, like for going in the pool and stuff like that. Pair of pants, and they had the Crocs to go with it. Whole set, $27. She's like, "Daddy, I want it." I told her didn't have it in her size. Threw the biggest fit, but like I said, she still didn't see them, and it wasn't the animated style. It was the live action style. She still didn't see it yet. But when she saw that, she's like, "No, I want that." She hadn't seen no trailer, no nothing. I didn't show her trailer till this morning before we went to the movie.
Oh, okay.
And when she saw it, she was like, "I really wish they had it in my size." Like and then she saw what she did see of the movie, and she was like, "Where is Lilo?" Like, that's all she cared about, is where is Lilo.
Yeah. Can we talk about the bullying in this movie that wasn't that much of there versus the animation?
She's not coming. That caused you to push her off the stage?
Right.
I'm just saying.
But I mean,
in the animated, wasn't it the? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I say it like this. It's the animated. It is what it is. Was it the white girl who was bullying her?
Yes, it was.
Okay, all right.
And the
other ones, the Hawaiian chicks were bullying her too, but they were just laughing at her in the animated one. Yeah. They just laughed. They weren't the ones.
So the redhead girl was there.
Yeah, but she didn't really do nothing.
She didn't do nothing that much because they gave her back her car was wrecked up, which I thought that was hilarious. But what a turnaround, because I'm like the whole time in the animation, she's been bullied by these girls. You can tell that she's been bullied by them, and then for her to make the wish to get a best friend to come, it wasn't at much there for in the live action, but I'm happy she did what the cartoon Lilo didn't do, because I teach my kids, I'm like, look, peace at all times, but sometimes when you need to let loose the hawk, go at it. So when the girl made fun, said she's not there, and she just did the thing behind scenes. She pushed
Yeah.
the little girl. I was like, yep. I was in the movie. I was like, that's my girl. That's my girl. Do that.
Yeah.
Now I don't promote violence, but sometimes when buttons are pushed, you gotta let the air out. You know
gotta
what I mean?
stand up for yourself.
You gotta stand up for
It's
yourself.
just what
So,
but that's the same thing. See, you can see she's 4.
Mm-hmm. Right.
She's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's small.
Right.
People be trying her. And at first it was, oh, they're sitting on me. They're doing what? Like, it was stuff like that. Like, oh, they pushed me down, stuff like that. I told her, listen, look here. It's okay to tell the teacher.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to punch them and then tell the teacher.
Right.
And that's what it turned into. Now it's, okay, they pushed me. I'm going to push them back. I'm going to go tell a teacher. Now, does she get in trouble for that? Yes, she does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I tell her, you're not going to get in trouble at home.
Right.
You're not. Because here's the thing. You can, just like in a movie, you can let somebody talk to you in your type of way,
Right.
say some mean things
Right.
to you, which they did.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can choose to let somebody say that, and then when your time comes, get back at them.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. You never let nobody put hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
Never let nobody talk down upon you. And you never let nobody disrespect you.
Exactly.
Because that can go a long way. And if they think they can get away with it, they're going to continue doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And continue. This will become a process, and it turns into bullying, then it turns to a whole thing. And to avoid all that, just stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself.
That's adult or child. Stand up for yourself.
There's only so much authority if you're an adult. There's so much authority can do for children. I tell my kids, all right, look, tell the teacher. They don't do nothing. As long as if you come home with a black eye, what they look like, that's all I care about. Because there's only so much a teacher can do or will do. So, but yeah. Well, I'm trying. Like I said, I enjoyed the whole movie. I really liked the casting for it, other than Bubbles. The CGI was perfecto, just chef kiss.
Yes.
I mean, and only rightfully so, because all these CGI movies we got coming out now, like if you're going to do something like this, it has to look amazing. And I think Disney did a good job at using whoever they use for the CGI. I think they did a real good job at that.
No, they did. But DC, I'm coming for you with that Wonder Woman movie. What the hell? That second one. Her rolling around, supposed to be holding 2 kids, and they were nothing but dummies, and everybody could tell. What the hell? What the hell? All that money spent in that movie? What the hell? I'm just saying.
There's some DC has see, the animation was great, man. The animation was the best. And then when it came to live action, where are we going? What story are we trying to tell?
They wanted to play catch up with Marvel. That's like playing with pennies, but they got quarters. I love DC. That's not going to twist it. I love DC. Probably not the best thing. I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt. I'm saying I love DC. But
see, I love DC. He not telling you. I love you. I don't know if you can tell throughout all the roles I got going on here, but I love DC. But
they were trying to play catch up. If they just did it at their pace, because honestly, no. Let's talk about that, because for real. Before we got that Justice League movie, if they would have just took their time and gave us, we got Batman, we got Superman, we got Wonder Woman, if they would just have waited patiently, gave us the Flash, gave us Teen Titans, or just Cyborg, either or, if we would have just got the stories, instead of them trying to be like, oh, we're just going to give you all the background stories in the movie, what the
No.
If they would have just gave us the stories, that would have been the build-up that we needed to introduce Justice League, have everybody hyped, do what Marvel did, how they kept dropping Thanos in each movie. They could have dropped whatever villain they were going to put in there instead of giving us what's his name's long version of Justice League. What is his name, man? He dropped the long version.
Steppenwolf?
No.
Oh man, I want to say
his
Gunn.
version is,
It's not Gunn.
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
When
Snyder.
Yes, Snyder, which amazing. But it took his version to give you the background that you needed. But that shouldn't have been necessary if we would have just had each movie before that came up.
Take their time, because
Yes.
Marvel did that. You got Iron Man, fleshed them out. We already had the Hulk prior to that.
Yep.
And depending on
Who it was.
who it was,
Yeah.
and then we got
Captain.
Cap, and then Avengers, and then we fleshed out
Well, Avengers what gave us Hawkeye. Hulk.
Well, we didn't get I mean, they fleshed them out briefly through the movie.
Oh, throughout the other movies.
I mean, like individual movies.
Mm-hmm.
They took their time giving us.
Oh, Thor.
Or Thor, yeah.
Yeah.
They gave us time to see who these characters are, and I appreciate that. If DC would have did something like that, but like you said, it's time to catch up, and you can't just do
rush
that
it, man.
and do it the way that you're doing and think you're going to get the same results. Now, people are going to go see it. They're fans, obviously. You're going to get that money, but as far as like you got commentators talking about how the movie was and the characters didn't keep up to par with the movies didn't keep up to par with the characters from the comics. It's more of a waste of a time, and you got to take a time to build it. And I feel as though if had they did that, they definitely would have had competition with the MCU.
No. Now, my biggest thing, if they would have just waited and gave us Aquaman.
The only two movies that people loved from that series was Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Bro.
Before the second movies.
Bro.
Before the second, then
Bro.
that brings me back to what I was saying about
Yes.
I hope they do
Yes.
for Lilo and Stitch
Yes.
for the second movie, because if you don't, you're
And then
going to flop.
Aquaman had a lot of problems, though. The movie, okay? I understand. Black Manta was supposed to be a villain. He was the hero in the original Aquaman movie. Okay, I understand. The guy shot a bazooka at Aquaman. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
That was his dad's doing. He's like, you have to save my dad. He did not have to save his dad.
Right, 'cause his
He
dad-
did not.
your dad
You
tried to murder him.
You tried to murder me. I can understand where the son was coming from, though. Dude, you are a hero. I don't care if he goes to jail. Save him. Don't let him die. But I get Aquaman, though. I get his side. But at the same time, bro, you're supposed to be a hero. You're supposed to. Well, he wasn't here at the time.
He wasn't here at the time. So technically, he wasn't supposed to do nothing. You tried to look. It's either be killed or kill or be killed.
Well, then,
me or you.
Well, then, damn, if we saying that, Black Manta had no freaking purpose. At that point, I'm going to get revenge. Revenge for what? He tried to kill me.
Right.
So you're getting revenge because your dad tried to kill me and I didn't want to save him because he literally tried to send me away?
Right. Yep.
So you're coming at me for what?
I don't know if you remember last week when we talked about if Obi-Wan should have pushed Anakin to the lava or not.
Oh, man.
And he just let him catch on fire. Who wants to take the chance? I save your dad. I bring your dad up to the surface or whatever. I get him to the hospital. Now I got to worry about your dad, who taught you to never let things slide. To come after me later? No. Just
The Force take.
It's just, you just gotta push them. Sometimes people need a little. That's why Lilo pushed the girl in the movie. Some people just need a little push when they get too close. Back up, give me some space. You know what I mean?
But what we did not touch on last week, Anakin killed those kids.
Oh yeah, my daughter. I don't know if anybody can hear this. I didn't kill. It wasn't just the men, but it was the women and the children too. They were like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. She loves that part. She loves that part. And the way she impersonates Anakin is hilarious. But as far as if we are done talking about Lilo and Stitch,
Yes.
I don't know how much we can get into, other than the fact that, and we already went on a tangent, y'all, about different movies. But if you're watching this, I'm going to title it Lilo and Stitch and Other Movies. Come on, better title than that. But if you haven't seen it already, sorry for spoilers. But if you have, leave a comment about that. Now, this one I want to touch on before we move on to something different.
Okay.
I tried to go watch it yesterday, Friday. And for the times that, because I had to pick my kids up. Because I used the Fango app, and I couldn't find any theaters that would have us sitting together. Like all the seats were taken out. Like if I wanted 3 seats in a row, no, I might have 2 here, 1 here. I have 1 here, 2 here, something like that. It was just crazy trying to find seats to see this movie. That's why I know this movie is going to do well, because
selling out,
opening night, I couldn't. And then even for yesterday, trying to find seats for that, I had to go to a 1:45 time, which I'm cool with. I don't care what time, as long as I'm able to see the movie. But it was just crazy trying to find seats. It was all taken up. Excuse me. It was all taken up, and shout outs to Disney and the people, the cast of Lilo and Stitch. I mean, behind the scenes, during like shooting scenes and all that. Shout outs to y'all. I hope y'all get the recognition y'all deserve, and hopefully come out with a second movie and don't flop like all these other movies that decide to do second movies where they don't know where they're going.
No, bro.
Hope this all right. Oh, we got Bell Bell in the building. What up, Bell Bell? Yeah. Baby girl. Got it? Awesome. We do this for the kids. The kids were there. To see this. There's something I did. We still got some time, so I wanted to bring this up. My daughter was playing Horizon Forbidden West video game.
Okay.
That game is, I can't wait for the last game to come out. She's playing the game, and for some reason I'm scrolling, and we're talking about movies, and I said, man, Meteor Man was my movie. She's like, what's the Meteor Man? And it's not like I failed her. No, I can't. I tried finding the Meteor Man.
You're not gonna find it.
I can't find it. I gotta get like a DVD bootleg, something. But I showed her the trailer for it, and although it's dated,
understatement.
but that movie holds up. Like it can hold up,
dude. The what's it called behind the movie? What's it called? The message behind the movie holds up. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah. Like, that was a good movie. Hearing you say that was like, damn, you said that movie. Like, yeah.
The Meteor Man, and then I showed her a trailer for Blank Man.
I knew you were going to say that next.
Oh, man, come on. I even like Still. The one Shaq was in, everybody didn't like it. I liked it. Shaq, my man's. Hopefully you do another one. Shazam? That was a good movie, too. Shazam.
That was Shaq's movie, wasn't it?
What Shaq was it?
That was Shazam with the boombox. That was Shazam.
It was. I don't know.
Wait, what's it called Shazam?
What's it called Shazam? It was a theory that it was Sinbad. It's not Shazam.
What's the name of that movie?
Get in here. You know it.
Now the conspiracy theorists got to start right now. So there was 2 movies. One was Kazam and one was Shazam.
Okay, Kazam was Shaq.
Shazam was supposed to be Sinbad.
Right.
But Sinbad said he never did a movie called Shazam.
Right.
Yeah. So Kazam was the Shaq movie.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought so.
Do y'all remember Shazam?
Yeah.
That movie with Sinbad?
Well, not Sinbad, but I remember the name of the movie.
name of it.
And if
nobody saw that movie, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But the movie never existed. That's why nobody saw it.
Yeah, because I knew, like I said, boombox. Like I knew it was a boombox. That's why it's Kazam. Yeah, because that's where he came in. He came out of that boombox that he had, that silver double speaker amp controls on the front, handle like this, rectangular shape. I remember that movie completely, but then I also remember something called Shazam, which is weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
I think it was because of the talks of it.
You need to do like a whole Mandela effect show.
Yo,
Because that's a Mandela effect.
yes,
That
it
is.
is Mandela.
That's a Mandela effect.
We've traveled over into a different dimension
Yes.
every now and then. I got a theory.
Okay.
But I'll talk to you about that later. I don't want to.
Everybody wants to know, though. What are you talking about?
See, they gonna want to know now. See,
Tune in. So yeah, but thinking about Blink Man and Meteor Man.
yep.
Now, Meteor Man is part of Marvel. That was a Marvel movie. I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a Marvel movie before. Who was the first Marvel movie?
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah.
So it's a Marvel movie before Blade. Now they're part of Marvel as in the sense of, I guess, when they started writing the comics for it,
Okay.
that is owned by Marvel. So technically, it's a Marvel movie.
I don't count that.
Nobody counts it.
I would never count that.
But if you did, though,
I'm not going to.
if you did,
not going
it's
to.
a Marvel.
Blade is my first Marvel movie,
And it can
for
be.
many reasons.
It can be. I'm not trying to take away from Blade, but I'm just saying if we're talking about first ever Marvel movie, it was the Meteor Man.
Well, since we're on this topic, I gotta talk about it now. Since just I said Blade, they canceled it.
Yeah. They don't know what they're doing,
But
and they're figuring it out.
it's just the fact that how do you go from
They're talking.
the first Blade movie at the time? You remember when that came out? Bro, that was that was crazy to have. Oh, he's a vampire, but yet he's a vampire who can walk out during the daytime. Oh, but he kills other vampires, but he's a vampire. And then you're finding out that, oh, his mom got bit, and then she was pregnant with him, and then he's born. And then you got this whole synopsis of what is going on here and what he's doing. And it made a killing. It made a freaking killing. Then you give us the second one. Second one wasn't as good as the first one, but it still made a lot of money. Then we get Blade 3. Blade 3 was trash, but it still had amazing plots. These things now can open their mouth all wide like an anaconda. Insane. But how do you go from that, which made Marvel blow up like crazy?
I put them on the screen.
Yes. To now, hey, we're going to bring Blade back. Okay, it's not going to be Wesley Snipes. It pissed a lot of people off. But the person that you guys hired is now in the new Jurassic Park movie. But he looked and fit the role so good.
Definitely
but you
did.
can't come up with a plot synopsis that makes sense.
I mean,
like,
they could restart it because technically the Blade Samuel Wesley Snipes is an alternate universe,
true.
especially because we saw in Deadpool Wolverine. It definitely alternate universe. So this Blade could have definitely fit in with the current MCU, and we could have fleshed out his that first movie could have been an origin
introduction.
story.
Yes. But like the ideas that they had, a back character to his own movie. The other idea was he's not even in the movie. What?
How's Blade not in?
It's called Blade. So basically, it was going to have him at the beginning, like a narrator talking about what
happened?
happens, but he's not actually in the movie.
No.
Like that was the one suggestion. Then the other suggestion was him being the back character. Then the third suggestion was him actually being a vampire, doing the same things that was supposed to be done in the first movie, right? But that one, when it was introduced, now this wasn't alleged. This was actually it got leaked that it was supposed to be kind of like the first movie. They shot it down. Why?
Like beat for beat first movie?
No. The same type of story. If they weren't going to copy it at all, they were going to do a whole fresh story, but it's basically going to be the same thing. He is a vampire, but he's killing the other ones. But whatever they do in the story is going to be completely different. Like basically, like it could be like, okay, he's just coming out at night and he's just killing these vampires, like whatever. Unlike in the first movie, the nightclub that was during the daytime, but it was at night. So, but it was going to be strictly him doing it at night. You see what I'm saying? Like something like that. But it would have still been the same synopsis. Like, he's killing other vampires. He's protecting somebody. He's finding out what happened to his mom originally. Things like that. Same synopsis, different story. They shot that down. Not shot it down because, it's similar to the first one. They just didn't want to do it. It's a vampire movie. What do you mean you don't want to do it? It's a vampire movie. That doesn't make sense.
Sometimes you don't know what's good until it's too late. Because now you're not coming out with anything.
No.
And you hype this character up at
In the end of
phase.
what was that movie? Remember they showed the sword.
Celestials.
Yeah, they showed the sword with the souls coming off of it.
Eternals.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, and then not only that, at the con in San Diego, you bring him out and say, this is going to be our Blade.
Mm-hmm.
You get everybody hyped for it. And then now you don't have nothing for him to come out, and it sucks because there are fans that definitely wanted to see it, and they're not bringing him out.
There's nothing. And it's not like you can be like, we're going to do it now. No, he moved on. He's in the next trilogy for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Now you got to work on his time. And then who's to say that, money is money, but I would be kind of pissed off that I wasted a year, I think it was about 2.5 years of not shooting anything because they told me I couldn't because I was locked into a contract and nothing happens.
Right.
I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
You're paying me double or triple the amount that you said you were going to pay me now at this point, especially now that I'm in Jurassic Park series. Yeah. And if he makes it all the way through, we'll talk about that next. Because
we still got time.
Yeah.
We can talk about it now.
Yeah, let's talk about it now. This Blade thing is canceled. Doesn't even matter now. So Jurassic World Rebirth. Mm-hmm. Second trailer dropped.
Yes. Did you see it? Well, obviously you saw it.
Come on.
That was a dumb question.
I
know.
Come on. First
Don't
off,
put on my dumb hat.
Let's get this out the way. They are taking the story of the second movie, the freaking thing. Oh, this is the island where things were created. That is the second book. That is the second damn book.
Yep.
They taken that. Then the other thing they took from the first book, the river situation.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna have a whole We're gonna have a whole thing about the first two movies and I think it was 3 books, right?
Two books. Yes.
So we're gonna talk about the first 2 movies and first 2 books and compare and contrast them. That will definitely be another video. But yeah, this movie looks amazing. I love it. They're gonna have more Spinosauruses.
Yes.
I think that's the right term.
A Mosasaurus too.
A Mosasaurus. I'm not really too hype about the would have been T-Rex that wound up looking like an alien mixed with a T-Rex. I'm not
because
really,
it's the created. So basically,
they were trying to create the T-Rex.
They're trying to create another T-Rex, kind of like the Indominus Rex and the other ones, but except this one went freaking wrong, Frankenstein, basically. Right. And they said no, we can't release it. It has to stay there. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense, but. Did you ever see the toy? They already exposed it.
No, I did not see the toy.
If you go on YouTube and you type in Jurassic World Rebirth, D-Rex it's called. D-Rex. The toy has already been revealed. You already know what it looks like. It looks like an alien, bro. It looks like a complete alien. Mm-hmm. I get it. It makes sense because they were creating something new. It went wrong. Put it away. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah. Put it away. Just keep it away. Honestly, it should have been Force, and that's what it should have been, but they did not. Mm-hmm. But they put it away, and now it's loose. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be a whole thing. But that T-Rex that they showed has so much color, bro. Yeah. That thing looks.
It's not just that
brown grayish.
Yeah. It's actually like a more, I guess, accurate to what Discoveries had found about the dinosaurs. I'm excited for this movie, and like I said, I can't wait to talk about those two movies and books and compare and contrast them.
Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about them saying that? Hey, look, we're going back to the style of the first one, dark, gritty. And people are dying.
Unfortunately, my baby, my Princess Leia, can't go see this movie because it is going to be that
Dark
violent.
and gritty. Yeah.
But
Wait,
I know,
has she
baby,
seen the first
I know.
one?
She, matter of fact, the only Jurassic she's ever seen is Camp Cretaceous, and you already know they don't
show anything.
They don't show nothing. So that's her introduction. We took her to see 65, that movie that came out 65.
Oh, the
When
BC thing.
Yeah,
That was good though.
that was good.
That should have got a second movie.
That definitely should, but she freaked out on that. But that was like
That was years ago.
She was like 4.
Yeah,
so
that
that
was
makes
years ago.
sense. Yeah. But I don't think she'll be ready for this, and I'm not paying a ticket. Well,
why
we're
not?
definitely gonna talk.
I would show her the first one.
Yeah.
That first one.
I can't. I gotta rent it. I gotta rent it because.
I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. But yeah, we definitely. Also, hey, if that happens, then maybe she can watch the first one. But I can't wait. I think it needs to, because we're talking about the same thing I feel with the Ninja Turtles, especially Leonardo. He has katanas. Those are swords.
Yes.
What are we like? How are you not using them to do what they're made to do? So like, if we're talking about dinosaurs that have no, don't know what time period they live in, they don't know that, oh, I can't bite this human, I can't do that. For we got dinosaurs that should just be eating anything because it wants to, and you're not showing it. I mean, first of all, I get it. You know, we're bringing kids to see this movie, so don't have them sit down. But no, leave the kids at home. But let's make it for the people that we're making it for. Like,
Hold on. I think you forgot about something. Remember in the first book? The beginning?
Well,
the nursery?
yeah.
The nursery?
Yeah, the young bull.
They said it's in this movie.
We're definitely going to be talking about this at another time.
They said it's in this movie.
We're running out of time. We can't talk about it. Oh, man.
Dog, but they're showing it.
Yeah.
That shows you how gritty this.
You explained it to me. I heard the audiobook, and now I'm going to visually see it. This is amazing.
Yes.
This is amazing.
But then that's like, who was this movie for, bro? It's still gonna be rated PG-13.
It's for, I believe it's for the nostalgia. Everything is nostalgia. Even Lilo and Stitch, nostalgia. Because all those seats aren't filled up for kids. They're not. Let's be honest. They're filled up for the kids who grew up and saw this movie when they were kids. Everything that's happening now is for the kids of that time era that now have the, I can't buy this for you right now. We'll have to get it next time. Or I can't, maybe if you behave, you can get it for a graduation gift, birthday present. Yep. That's what these movies are made for that generation, kids who can. Not to say they couldn't go see the movie. It's a movie. Back then, tickets were probably cheaper. But, you know, nostalgia is a thing that's happening for the generations that couldn't afford to watch or see it.
And not just movies. TV shows.
Hawaii Five-0, like I said, that reboot
is killing.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm born in 91. I did not know it was original. I'm sorry. I did not know that. I knew it was a remake. I did not know when a remake took place. Like when the original came out. I am young. Excuse that.
Well,
shit. I just found out there was a show called Heat of the Night. I loved the introduction. And now I watched that now. Yeah. I'm a Walker, Texas Ranger. I really wish they would remake that. Mm-hmm. I want them to remake it.
There's a I want to say Knight Rider, but I could be wrong. It's the one
Knight Rider was remade too.
Yeah. So there's a newer one, right? They reboot that. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Star Trek, the Discovery, even some stuff for Star Wars, like the Andor that came out.
Yes.
And matter of fact, next week is coming up, Karate Kid. Now that's say what we want. We got the original 3 in the 80s, and we got the one in 2010. And we're now coming out with another one to further the franchise. So it's a whole lot of nostalgia stuff coming out, and I think that's what they're doing. Hopefully, some of these people who are doing these movies are doing a good job, because if not, they're going to flop, and they're going to be a waste of time. Again, I don't care what critics have to say about this movie I haven't seen yet. Nah, that's what.
Let me go judge it for yourself. I just saw the new trailer before Lilo and Stitch. Mm-hmm. I did not see that trailer that I saw today when I went to go see the movie. Mm-hmm. The trailer I saw today, I was like, oh, I know what I said last week. Mm-hmm. I like this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer looks good.
Yeah.
Looks really good. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And I still in back of my mind, still in the back of your mind what critics say. It doesn't matter, bud. Because critics said the BC movie was bad. That movie was good.
Mm-hmm.
So
it all depends on who you are
and what you like.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm here for it. I want to see that movie.
All I say is don't waste my time with another Avatar Last Airbender movie. You guys sucked and made it horrible. And the Dragon Ball Evolution, you guys sucked. You made it horrible. Don't do it again. I'm not really sure about the Netflix series. I try to watch it. They no. But there's a lot of good things I heard for Avatar Last Airbender, cartoon animation wise, that's coming out. And we are running out of time here, so we
wait, I gotta ask you one more question.
Okay,
you got a little bit more time.
Okay, we got 5 minutes.
What is, you said Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the movie. Wait, is that movie?
Avatar Last Airbender, not the Avatar Blue people, not them.
That movie. That's what I'm talking about. So I saw the first one, right? Just saw the one.
Water people?
The second one that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that on release day.
Yeah.
Do you saw it too?
Oh, we loved it. My daughter loves it. She can't wait for the movie that's dropping out.
Well, you're
December
waiting
19th.
another 3 freaking years, bro.
No, they're coming out with a movie in December 19th.
If it doesn't
Right?
get pushed back, they're saying
no.
they're saying rumors going to get pushed back again
They better not.
because they can't afford it because they already shot the fourth one, right? Because it's so long, these actors are getting older. They're now working on the fifth one. They're working on it now,
Right.
bro. Push these movies closer together, man, because
So that
people are
way-
getting old.
So that
right?
way they don't have to worry about trying
Yeah,
to
man.
remember what happened in the last movie or But she said it's December 19th. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Because they pushed it back once. I mean, look what they did to the Batman Part 2. That's a whole. That's a whole.
They had to push that back because he's not trying to be part of the DCU or DCU.
Well, that's what they said. They wanted to make him. They wanted to make
So
him
we're
part of
going to
it.
get two different Batmans. We're going to get the one that
The
we
Batman
had
and
for
Robin.
Batman, and then
Batman and Robin.
Right.
Right. But Batman and Robin is supposed to be off the Batman and Robin animated. It's supposed to be based off that. So that Batman and Robin synopsis is supposed to be turned into a movie, which is good.
Right.
But that's going to confuse the hell out of some people.
Of course.
Because you have the Batman, the Batman Part 2, which I'm still hyped for that.
Oh yeah. Of course.
But you prolonged it now. I think was it a year or a few months, whatever it is. But dude, that movie was almost 3 hours long.
Yeah.
It was so good. If you prolong this movie, it just, and I mean when I say this, let me take these off when I say this.
Yeah, take the glasses
It
off.
just better be that goddamn good. Because that first one, I'm telling you, you had me in that theater tripping. I'm telling you, man, when I saw the Riddler show up on that goddamn screen, I was like, oh, he killing. He killing people. He came up behind that mug and took that statue and bashed him in his head.
Yep.
Y'all showed that. This was not rated R. Y'all showed the blood and everything. They hung that man. They hung that man.
Yeah.
They hung that man, bro. They pushed that man through the building, okay, with a bomb strapped around his neck and said Batman has to show up and save him, and they still killed him.
Yeah.
Like,
It was too deep. Yeah.
bruh.
I can't wait for it whenever it comes out, but don't take too long.
Don't
man.
take too
Don't
long.
take too long. All right, y'all. So I didn't do this last week. I want to make sure I shout it out this week. We are at the famous studios, as you can see behind me. I'm wearing the Fashion P, famous P right here. And so this jacket is being produced by my brother, DJ Philly's Famous. He DJs, he has fashion, he has studios, he has so much more. Shout outs to him. Thanks for letting us come here for the second time and just let us nerd out about things and many more to come. Shout outs to y'all for watching this video and last week's video. We're going to keep it consistent or more better than I've been recording. So we appreciate y'all. Chris, thanks for coming out.
No problem.
Lil Elijah, thanks for showing up, little man. Just being you. You're a cool dude. It's like, I'm not about this life right now. Definitely look at Lilo and Stitch. Go watch it. It was amazing. The Hawaiian song came on at the end, and my daughter was just up dancing. She did a little Hawaiian Cambodian dance. I like how you mix them up, but okay. But as always, I've been Kev, Chris been Chris,
Yep.
Elijah's been Elijah, and you've been you. So please, always, let's stay in tune. Peace.
And they got 9 hours of sleep. How?
All right, we started. Are we started?
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.